I was leaning against the doorway when I caught the sound. It wasn't loud or dramatic, just a tiny broken breath, as if it were being swallowed back into a child's chest so it wouldn't escape. My son was sitting on the edge of his bed, knees pulled to his chest, staring at the wall. His shoulders trembled like he wanted to vanish into himself. I didn't speak. I didn't move. I just watched. Of course he noticed me. Children always do. He wiped his face quickly, as if guilt had been caught, not sadness. "Dad," he whispered, "be careful." I stepped into the room slowly and sat beside him. The mattress sank slightly. He flinched. And then he began to speak. "Grandma's people, if I tell you they'll hurt you," he said. At first, the words didn't fully register. Then one by one they stacked, pressing down on me. I felt something in my chest click into place, a lock sealing shut. I put my arm around him. "It's okay. Tell me everything," I said. He looked at me, weighing fear against trust, and then he spoke. He didn't cry. That was what terrified me. His voice carried the calm of someone who had already cried alone, too much. Dates, locations, names, rides that were never errands, visits that lasted too long, whispers in empty hallways, a phone he wasn't meant to touch, messages he couldn't read but knew were wrong. People I trusted, my wife's brother, her cousin, family dinners where I was the oblivious punchline, and threats, soft but chilling. "Don't tell Dad. He won't understand. He might leave." He studied my face like it was a test, kept it neutral. Inside, something old and focused stirred. Not rage, not panic, just clarity. By the time he finished, I had a complete picture. Names, dates, locations, patterns. I kissed his forehead. "I'll be back soon," I said. He grabbed my arm tightly. "Where?" Smiled. That was the last falsehood I ever told him. I didn't confront anyone that night. Not the next day. I kissed my wife goodbye in the mornings, sat through family dinners, laughed when expected, asked polite questions. I was collecting pieces of a puzzle. Old messages he hadn't deleted, phone backups he forgot, location histories left on. Then timelines. His late shifts, her brother's errands, the cousin's house, the same roadside motel, cash transactions. Piece by piece, clarity replaced heartbreak. They hadn't been careful because they assumed I wouldn't notice. I observed my son even more closely. How he went silent when certain names came up, how he flinched at phone notifications. That's when my anger shaped itself. Not into yelling, not into violence, but into a plan. The proof arrived on a Tuesday. A clean, clinical email. DNA confirmation, conception dates lining up perfectly. I printed it once. Didn't need to read twice. That night, I placed the envelope on the dinner table. My wife opened it, and I watched her expression crumble. Shock, panic, grief. "I can explain," she said. I nodded. "I know." She reached for my hand. I pulled it back. That hurt more than shouting ever could. I didn't go public. I didn't need to. The following weekend, I invited her family over. I served drinks, smiled, let them talk. Then I handed out copies. Silence fell like a blade. Her brother turned pale. The cousin cried. My wife wouldn't look at me. Understood. I know who threatened my son. I know who lied. I know who protected whom. Everything is with my lawyer. No yelling, no theatrics. Her mother tried to speak. One look ended it. "You will never speak to my child again." I left lighter than I had entered. Weeks later, divorce papers were signed. Visitation supervised. Names excised from our lives cleanly, like removing a tumor. My son sleeps through the night now. Sometimes he asks about his mother. I tell him the truth. She made choices. I don't hate her. Hate demands energy. Have control. That's enough.